This stock is about to go parabolic with many catalysts. Welcome back to the channel, investors. Today I want to talk about Probility Media Corp. This is an OTC stock, ticker PYYA. This stock is up over 7,000% year to date and has big catalysts coming up. So stick with me for the next 10 minutes and let me explain to you why I think this stock is one that you need to have on your watch list. So today we'll be looking at who exactly Probility Media Corp are. Let's look at the very latest news. I will look at the financials and the charts, and we'll talk about upcoming catalysts, and finally I'll give you my conclusion on PBYA. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to do this research, so if you find any value in this video, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs you nothing, but it helps me out so much. Thank you so much for the support recently. Can I get another 200 likes on this video? Help me make it happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. It's 100% free and a great way to show your support for the channel. And if you want free money, consider opening a Webull trading account using my referral link. Deposit just $5 and get 2 free shares worth up to $2,000. What do you think of Probility Media Corp? Have you invested and what price target do you have? I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. Probility Media Corp is an industrial education and training technology company headquartered in Florida, offering educational, online and in-person programs including trading in a variety of vocational industries. Probility is executing a disruptive strategy of defragmenting the education and training marketplace by offering high-quality training courses and materials to prepare the workforce for excellence. Probility services customers from the individual to the small business to the enterprise-level corporation. PBAY operates primarily through its 3 main subsidiaries, which are Disco, which specializes in e-course development, digital publishing, program management and consulting. Another is One Exam Prep, which offers over 500 online courses and test preparation for contractors in over 15 states. One Exam has published over 300 test preparation books that have become some of the most widely sold materials in multiple trade industries. One Exam Prep is also a licensed and accredited continuing education provider in the state of Florida. On June 30th, PBYA reported online classes have seen a 5-fold increase. One Exam Prep has quickly become one of the largest test prep companies in Florida. And finally, the biggest of the companies in the PYBA family is NCAB, which conducts over 400 safety programs each year all around the world. They have a list of customers that includes companies such as ExxonMobil, General Electric, IBM, Lockheed Martin and the US Navy. NACB has also recently initiated new training programs for Nasdaq-listed company Marathon Oil Corporation and Tesla. So we can see that PYBA is involved with some of the world's leading companies and global leaders of excellence. The company is making efforts to reduce dependence on third-party vendors and instead develop its own self-published, online and classroom-based training programs and products, and their operations have expanded outside of its historical operating territory of Florida. According to a report published in October 2020 by Grandview Research, the global online tutoring service market was valued at $4.8 billion in 2019 and expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 16.1% from 2020 to 2027, with a projected revenue forecast of just under $16 billion. And according to People Ready Skilled Trades press release in March 2021, there is a significant labour shortage at the moment. In this company's industry, there are many other listed companies that have huge valuations in comparisons to Probility. For example, Varsity Tutors received a $1.7 billion valuation in February. Guild Education, a private edtech company, was recently valued at $3.75 billion. Last October, CCIV merged with Skillsoft at a valuation of $1.3 billion, and Nasdaq-listed Chegg Corporation is currently valued at $12 billion. Probility is currently valued at around $35 million. So this valuation is very far below these major companies and leaves huge scope for growth. Now, these are comparisons that I would not have made just a few months ago, but the company is making huge progress lately. Before looking at the very latest news, the most significant development in years for this company came earlier this month when they announced that they will acquire leading online tutoring company Upstryve. This company is positioned as one of the first of its kind and is believed to be the only nationwide online tutoring marketplace specifically servicing the skills trade industries. They offer an end-to-end solution for vocational career education and advancement and services both aspiring trade professionals, corporations and organizations as a corporate training platform. Their licensing platform utilizes its online marketplace of tutors nationwide to cater to over 5,000 certifications and licenses throughout the United States and offers students the ability to choose a trade professional tutor in a competitive marketplace with varying degrees of experiences and price per hour. Now, what's unique about this is together with the combination of assets from Probility and Upstryve, they can retain a customer from the time they graduate high school into career retirement. The various programs in Upstryve assist the aspiring trade professional from starting their career to trade training, to license certification prep, to workforce continued education, and finally contractor business owners in the form of digital marketing management. Something that I always like to see, and I've said it again and again and again on this channel, is recurring revenue streams. But this is even better. Think about this. Imagine getting a customer and retaining that customer for their whole life, even in retirement. That is an incredible plan of business. And following the acquisition, the company plans to change its name to Upstryve Inc. and all of Probility's subsidiaries will be rebranded under the Upstryve platform and will serve as a key component to the model the company is building. The most recent news announced a joint partnership and collaboration with Bizfluence Inc., a robust networking platform for small and medium businesses which is quickly becoming an alternative to LinkedIn. Following the acquisition of Upstryve, Probility now has the capability of offering a full e-learning and trading platform for corporations with large employee bases. This is huge for the company. Corporations will be able to utilize Upstryve's learning and coaching platform and connect employees with internal chats and access to thousands of professionals through company curated groups. Bizfluence is quickly becoming a significant social productivity platform for business professionals with a highly active user base since many are looking for a platform that is more business focused than LinkedIn. By partnering with Bizfluence, they instantly gain a critical component and advantage that other employer-based platforms don't offer. Bizfluence has distinguished itself with its focus on creating relationships to promote transactions and other business opportunities. SMBs are joining Bizfluence eager to take advantage of its many business tools as they interact with other platform members, and since its launch in August 2020 has seen exceptional growth, attracting nearly 10,000 active users and 35,000 professional posts. Now these numbers might seem small, but for an unknown startup this is very impressive within the first 12 months. The next major short-term catalyst for this company is that they are on course to become pink current any day now. As we see here, Pbya currently has the yield sign and have pink limited information status, but they are verified and a penny stock exempt. This status has only been achieved earlier this week, and to get this the company must meet some minimum requirements regarding revenue and assets that many OTC companies cannot meet, so this is a huge plus. But most importantly short term, look here on Wednesday, Pbya have submitted their attorney's letter with respect of pink current status, and on Thursday they submitted their final outstanding disclosures. So now let's look at the most recent financial statements. So looking at the balance sheet, we can see here that the company has 3.2 million in total assets and 6.8 million in total liabilities. So the company does have greater liabilities than assets. But as we can see, the majority of this is made up of long-term liabilities consisting mainly of notes payable, which we will look at in just a moment. They have current assets of $700,000, the majority of which is made up of inventory and cash. One thing that does concern me here is that a large part of the company's assets is recorded as goodwill. Although this is not necessarily a bad thing, I don't like to see goodwill being a company's biggest asset. Looking at the income statement, we can see that they had revenue of 6.3 million and a gross profit of 4 million. This is a very good gross profit, and I like the fact that the profit margin is better than the previous years. The company has very large operating expenses, which has to do with the massive restructuring that they have been doing, and they have an overall net loss for the year of $200,000. So I just mentioned the massive restructuring. Over the course of the past 2 years, management have successfully retired or settled over $8.1 million of debt, reducing its debt by over 56%. And even more impressive, for the year ended May 31st, 2020, they successfully turned an operating profit of $300,000 compared to an accumulated loss of over $12.9 million through April 18 and $6.5 million in the 3 months between February and April 18. Management's efforts eliminated a run rate of over $12 million in annual operating losses to an operating profit despite the economic climate. And also, since the end of the accounting period, May 31st, they have also settled some more of the convertible notes, they have settled some of their debts at a discount, and have had loans forgiven and are in the process of getting more forgiveness from the PPE program. And also, in the past few weeks, the company has successfully settled another $500,000 of convertible debt for restricted common stock, with note holders stating that they are encouraged by the recent strides the company has made in bringing the company current with OTC markets and its restructuring. So this is all very good news. So now let's look at the charts. So we can see here, looking at the 3-month chart, this stock has had huge spikes, regularly making huge one-day gains and generally moving in this upward trajectory. We can see here in June this huge one-day spike, and again in July. Then we had some steady growth and a consolidation, and again we're in an upward movement, making huge gains just yesterday, where we gained over 22% towards the end of the day. And looking closer at that chart over the past few days, we can see that this has really began to take off, going up from just 0.0063 to over 0.015, which is approximately a 150% gain in less than 2 weeks. And this includes a late spike, as we see here in the final hour of trading yesterday, going from 0.12 to over 0.15. Unlike a lot of companies that had their 52-week high back in February, and they're down massive amounts from those high points, this stock is actually now at its 52-week high and is on the way up. And with everything that this company has going for it right now, I believe that this might be still very early in its bull run. So guys, that brings it to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts, if you've watched all the way through, then hit that like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. And if you don't have a Webull account, you can sign up using my referral link, and for a limited time you will get 2 stocks worth up to $2,000 when you deposit only $5. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification, follow me on Twitter and join the Facebook group. All links are below. So what do I think? This is a stock that has only come to my attention in the past couple of weeks. This is one that I was not aware of, and to be honest, even if I had known about this company, I still would have been skeptical due to the fact that they had not published their disclosures and they did not look like they would become pink current until recently. But as we've just seen, this is a company that are actively restructuring their finances and doing a very good job at it. They have retired and restructured a lot of debt, have managed to get discounts and debt forgiveness, and will become pink current very soon. This alone has the potential to drive the share price up, as we've seen with so many other OTC stocks. But Probility Media has much more going for it than just this. This is a real company with real revenues. Over $6 million in the past year, which might not seem like much, but for a company that was in dire need of a restructuring and a market cap of less than $40 million, it is significant. Also, with the company to become Upstryve, I think the future is very bright for the first time in years. But this is just my opinion. If you're thinking of investing, I encourage you to do your own research, and if you find anything of interest, or would like me to talk about the management team or anything else in my next video, drop a comment below. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. Thanks for watching the video. What are your thoughts on this stock and how high do you think this will go? Have a great weekend everyone, and I'll catch you in the next update.